What makes an elite unit truly successful in war? The Easy Company of the 101st Airborne Division made history. But why? In this video, we dive deep into the secrets behind one of the most famous combat units of World War II. Every soldier starts with training, but the training of the Easy Company was no ordinary training. It was extremely tough. At Camp Toccoa, the men endured relentless drills under Captain Sobel. One of the most brutal exercises, the famous Grueling run, 3 miles up, 3 miles down. It shaped us. We learned to survive and work as a team. It shaped us. We learned to survive and work as a team. This intense training not only made the Easy Company physically strong, but also bonded the men together. Camaraderie was their backbone, and it would pay off later on the battlefield. A lesser-known detail, the men of the Easy Company often trained to the point of exhaustion, but in doing so, they developed unshakable mental toughness. They called themselves the Men of Grueling, a name that symbolized not only their pride, but also their unity. Of the original 140 men who started at Camp Toccoa, 74 survived the war. This high survival rate was a testament to their excellent training and cohesion. Good soldiers alone don't win wars. They need exceptional leadership. Richard "Dick" Winters became the epitome of such a leader.
Lead from the front, not from the rear.
Winters was not only strategically brilliant, but also led by example. While Captain Sobel was unpopular for bullying his men, Winters earned respect through fairness and competence. During the Battle of Bravery Manor, Winters had only 12 men to attack a German artillery position defended by over 50 soldiers. Through clever tactics and courage, they successfully took the position, a masterpiece of warfare. After the war, Winters was asked why he was so successful. His answer, "I always tried to stay one step ahead." This mindset made him one of the most effective commanders of World War II. Paratroopers have a special mission. They fight behind enemy lines, often without direct support. On D-Day, the Easy Company jumped into Normandy, right into chaos. But instead of focusing on losses, they acted decisively. One of their first major engagements was the capture of the German artillery position at Bravery Manor. Under Winters' leadership, the Easy Company managed to neutralize a superior German defense, a tactic still taught at military academies today. The Easy Company lost only one man in this battle, while destroying several German artillery pieces and eliminating numerous enemies. This efficiency was proof of their training and leadership. The 101st Airborne Division was one of the first units to jump into Normandy and one of the last to return from Europe. Their successes were crucial to the Allied victory in Europe. Camaraderie was the secret weapon of the Easy Company. When the Battle of the Bulge began and Bastogne was surrounded by German forces, the men had little ammunition, scarce food, and no winter gear. Yet they held on. "I didn't fight for glory, I fought for my buddies." This loyalty carried the Easy Company through the toughest battles. They knew, if they fell, the man beside them wouldn't leave them behind. The men shared their last rations and fought together against the freezing cold. Their morale remained unbroken, even though they knew they were hopelessly outnumbered. The Easy Company was one of the few units that held its position during the Battle of the Bulge, while others were pushed back. Their resilience was decisive for the eventual success of the Allies. Despite limited supplies, the men of Easy Company maintained their spirit and resolve. Their unwavering commitment to each other and their mission proved to be a crucial factor in the Allied victory, cementing their place in history. Alongside camaraderie and leadership, it was their tactical brilliance that made the Easy Company so successful. In Bastogne, they managed to halt a massive German offensive with minimal resources. They used the terrain wisely, coordinated with artillery support, and held their ground. a masterpiece of defensive warfare. The Easy Company fought in 5 major battles: Normandy, Holland, the Ardennes, Germany, and Austria. In each of these battles, they demonstrated tactical superiority and unyielding determination. Donald Malarkey, a soldier of the Easy Company, fought in all major battles and survived the war. His story was immortalized in Band of Brothers and stands as a symbol of the unit's resolve and courage. The Easy Company was more than just a combat unit. It was a brotherhood. Their story is a testament to courage, leadership, and camaraderie. Thanks to series like Band of Brothers, their legacy lives on. But what we can truly learn from their story is this: true strength lies not in weapons, but in the bonds between people. Many of the men of the Easy Company remained closely connected after the war. They met regularly to share their experiences and maintain their camaraderie. The story of the Easy Company became world famous through the book and series Band of Brothers. The series was produced by Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks and is considered one of the most accurate and emotional portrayals of World War II. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. Which unit would you like to see next? Until next time.